my bad. We ain't here. I meant to brush my hair, but it don't even matter. Phew, watching this game, shit, I hurt my back. Shit, screaming right now. But said I was gonna talk about this. I don't know if I'll be able to get to a live in the morning because my back sore. So I have to take something that's gonna put me out. So I might be on here maybe 30 minutes if we lucky. Maybe 20 to low, 30 to max. But let's talk about LeBron and Drake, Dirty Mac, and LeBron. I guess because he felt like LeBron was at the Kendrick Lamar celebration, Juneteenth celebration, and they played like us. And then LeBron really wanted to get on stage, but his wife Savannah, like, she stopped him from getting on stage. So he deemed that Brian, shout out to Dan Barry, he deemed that Brian took Kendrick Lamar's side. You gotta understand too, LeBron trying to, be endeared to LA. They was all Kobe LeBron, Kobe LeBron. So he trying to get accepted by LA too. And he got mad at DeMar DeRozan, which he from LA. And so most part, in the DMs, he was going back and forth with a guy that I don't know what they was talking about, and he said that him and LeBron, basically LeBron cheated on his wife. They used to go on 2-man missions together, and then a lot of people felt like he allegedly leaked that shit out to DJ Academics to say that. And my thing is this, man, like, I had this post going around Facebook saying a lot of men be messing up potential cool homegirls by being too horny. And my thing is, to be honest, it ain't really nothing cool about having a homegirl. Make sure you thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I know the Eagles ain't happy about that win they got today. Cause that shit was ass. That whole game was ass. But I ain't here to speak on it. But the whole playoffs been ass so far. But yeah, so ain't nothing cool about having a homegirl. And I say that because a lot of these dudes act like women. They moving like women. I always told y'all, I just did a video on Free Game 89 about that African actress who her girlfriend of 14 years, she found was having an affair with her husband. That's how women do. Women backdooring a homie is what women do. Want to sleep with a girl because a dude, slept with her, so you want to sleep with her. That's what females do. Females love sleeping behind each other. Men don't operate like that. At the end of the day, no matter, if I fall out with somebody, there's certain things that I don't feel like I need to put out there. And when, a lot of females, they get emotional and they start telling. That's how, a lot of females get caught. They start, I'm going to tell your boyfriend you did this. So, when you dirty mac somebody, that's really a feminine move. That's what females do. Shout out to a 5 player. That's what females do. They dirty mac each other. They backdoor each other. They tell them each other to leave they husband and boyfriend, and then the females, go behind them and take their husband and boyfriend. That's what they do. Men don't operate like what Drake did, bro. This is why a lot of people question his, his placement in the culture. Like, he's pretty much like Miley Cyrus, Eminem. You know what I'm saying? He much like a whole bunch of guests in hip hop. He's a guest. Drake is not an organic hip hop. And unfortunately, when you really think about it, hip hop ain't really never had no black gatekeepers. They had a bunch of possible, like, what you call them things you put in your sink to stop it from, like a sink stopper or whatever. They had like Pac and Big. Nobody was really the true gatekeeper of rap that was black. Especially when they found out they can really make monetary gain off of hip hop. Ain't really been no real gatekeepers. And Drake was allowed to come in because they said so. Anybody that make it in the entertainment world that's really make it like that and make it mainstream because they said so. So when you hear like Denzel say, I left before the devil showed up, nigga, you had to dance with the devil to get that spot. Ain't nobody in Hollywood clean. You know, they make fun of Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? But all of them like that. All of them that did something to get in the position they in. So Drake was placed in here artificially. He didn't have Drake came out of nowhere, bro. First time I heard him was Uptown off Bun B. But no matter what the dude did to me, bro, I ain't throwing no nigga under the bus. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. Oh, you cheat on his wife, and he like, man, that's their business. And unfortunately, when you reveal things like that, they get mad at the person who. Oh shit! He popped the shit out of Jaden Daniels. When you reveal stuff, they get mad at you. That's why I don't get involved. I don't tell nobody, oh, he cheated on you. I seen him. I don't say nothing. Y'all already know me. I'm being because a lot of times they already know. That's when women really get mad. They get mad when they get exposed. When they get exposed. When the public know that their boyfriend or whatever, the girlfriend or whoever they dealing with is cheating on them, that's when they really get mad. That's when they get mad. When the public expose it, women get mad. It's like if you're dealing with a female and she acting up in public and you check her in public and put her in her place, she not mad because you put her in her place. I remember I put this bitch in her place that I was in the drive-thru at McDonald's some years ago, and I had to check her, and the workers was laughing and shit, and she got mad. But stop acting like a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? But women get mad when that becomes public because it looks bad on them. But my thing is this, they get mad at some shit like that when they get exposed, but then talk about how they went to Jamaica and had a train ran on them. But then talk about, all the devious and nasty things they did in the past on TikTok. That's what I don't understand. You perfectly fine embarrassing yourself. Well, I left a good man and I cheated on this man, and they'll expose themselves, but they get mad when somebody else exposes them. That's what I don't understand. Because one thing about a woman, she gonna tell it. Think about this. It ain't just I'm gonna tell it to get back at my boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell it if it's just them, if it's an embarrassment to them. So Drake is a female. What DMX say? He's a female. He should be all his music should be categorized with Sexy Red and Glorilla, Queen Latifah, MC Light, The Boss, Cash Doll. He should be in Rhapsody. He should be in that category. Lauryn Hill, Foxy Brown, Little Kim, Nicki Minaj. He should be in that category. I don't like, dude. I don't even let niggas around me like that, bro. But this is why you can't. This is why you can't really hang with dudes no more. It's like hanging with women, bro. You can't allow dudes to go in your house. Remember, Lil Durk said he didn't allow niggas to come to his house, and people had a problem with that. Well, how you around people like that and you don't allow them to come to your house? Like, nigga, please. And I had experience like that. I'm like, yeah, I don't allow niggas to come to my crib. When he said that, I knew exactly what he was saying about. But the people that was criticizing him, they ain't living no life, bro. These niggas scammers, bums, stay in their mama basement. You know what I'm saying? How many people pop up to people's house unannounced? And I need a place to stay, and all that type of shit, man. And I see what Jimmy Butler going through. I might speak on that on this channel or the Free Game 89 channel. Hit the link tree. But my thing is, men ain't men no more. So me saying that whole comment about the homegirl thing, hanging out with most men, I was like hanging out with females. At least you hang out with females, there's a chance you gonna get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're gonna hang out with dudes and men gonna operate like females, you might as well surround yourself with females. Them gay boys be around females and they be clapping their cheeks. When they get horny and bored enough, they be letting them gay niggas clap their cheeks, and we all know it. It's been very well documented. If ain't no boys around, they'll bump clits. I'm just keeping it a bean. So at this point, if you gonna hang around dudes and these dudes gonna act like females and they the feminized dudes so much, you don't even get a testosterone. Like, you don't even get to bounce testosterone off the wall in rooms with men no more. Ain't no masculinity no more. You can't even do masculine things. Niggas wearing bonnets. Niggas wearing barrettes in their heads. You know what I'm saying? They wearing purses. You think I'm going to the club or I'm about to go somewhere with a dude that's wearing a purse or a fanny pack? Man, nah, man, I'm going to the crib. My stomach hurt, nigga. So in reality, if you gonna hang around niggas that act like women, why not hang around women? At least you get an opportunity to get some ass out of it. Because to sit here and if we had a 2-man mission and you get mad and you end up snitching, bro, that's damn near offense to put send Drake to the upper room. It ain't just because of Savannah. You go, it was rumors about her cheating with Rashard Lewis in Miami, but it ain't just about her. It's about as a man. It's certain things that you don't cross. You know, I remember back in the day, Jerry Stackhouse put hands on Christian Laettner. I don't know if y'all knew that happened. Him and Christian Laettner was really close friends. Yeah, the Christian Laettner from Duke, and the Jerry Stackhouse from North Carolina. It was in Detroit, and you know they asked, you know, basically Jerry Stackhouse, you know, all the fights he been in. He said he felt like none of them was his fault, and he said that Christian Laettner called him one of the words that men don't call other men. So it had to be the B word. It had to be the B word. You know, it's certain things that you don't do to other men. I'm never gonna sit here, even in the situation if I did get caught and we went on a 2-man mission, whatever. I'm not about, and I get caught. You think I'm gonna be like, oh man, Doug, we caught, man. Doug was there too. Like that's not even in my character. Now, am I going to jail for something Doug did? Absolutely not. I'm not going to jail for nothing that Doug did. But if we both get caught cheating, or I get caught cheating, and he was there, I'm not about to throw him under the bus. Absolutely not. Oh, we got caught. Like, nigga, what? Well, some dudes think like that. What you think is they gonna have leniency on y'all because y'all got caught cheating together? And if you married, you shouldn't be cheating. I say that first and foremost. Don't get married. Don't get married if you gonna cheat. If you know you can't be monogamous, or you can't find a situation where they cool with polygamy or whatever, and you know you're not relationship material, man, don't even throw yourself in the ring. That's what I would say. Don't even get in the ring. You know, just be like, I'm gonna just tell you straight up, Keisha, I'm just not, or Becky, I'm not marriage material. That's it. That's it. But what these women gotta understand too is that when you dealing with dudes that make a lot of money, ain't no monogamy. Not while they rolling in their prime. Some dudes chase monogamy after they had enough experience, and some of them experiences, you hear a lot of dudes in Hollywood say they have so many women that they want to try something else. Hey, you figure out what that is. But you got to understand when these women say, I want a guy, let's just say an athlete that's 6 something, 6'9", and make millions and millions of dollars. You think he about to just be fucking you for the rest of his life? No. You know, that shit on a regular dude. But what they won't tell you is when they get with them baller type dudes, they cool with the cheating. They are absolutely cool with the cheating. Like, what's the movie with old girl and boy in it? His daddy played for the Clippers, Love and Basketball or whatever it was, and she left his dad because he was cheating. Get the fuck out of here. She left that nigga because it was the end of his career. Let's keep it a bean. He left that dude because it was the end of his career. You notice women that get married to these ball players, they always leave at the end or once they retire. Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett's wife tried to leave with his bread. All that type of shit. Dr. Dre was at the end of his career. His wife tried to leave. These niggas be giving away free money. Every time they at the end or they retire, here they come. So you know when you sign up to be with that caliber of dude, you're not about to be the only one. They want it to be perfect. They want the perfect dude and it doesn't exist. When you mess with regular dudes are the most times they the most faithful ones. You would think it's the broke dudes who need a place to stay. And no. Definitely ain't the wealthy dudes. They moving how they moving. Like, why wouldn't they? Why would you get married? That's my thing. If I had LeBron, my man, hell to the motherfucking nah. I do what like Chris Webber was doing. Like, I kind of just started playing think about it when I retired. When I retire, I start moving and seeing about starting a family and shit like that. Or getting married. When a ninja retire. But I'm in my prime. I'm having my way. Why would you? Ask yourself that. Why would you? I don't want to lose her. Man, you can come back and get her anytime you want to. That's what I'm trying to be saying about the situations and stuff, dude. Like, women be, and they get with them dudes and they just get all the gifts, and they happy with that. They just going for the highest bidder. And if you can keep them in a position where they don't get nothing through a divorce, they'll put up with it for the rest of their life. If you just keep her in a girlfriend position, if she want to leave, then leave. That's how I feel. If you don't end the marriage, leave. These athletes be the biggest simps. They be handing money away to these hoes. And these Beckys that be getting with them, you want to know why Becky get with the athletes and Keisha don't? I'm going to get y'all a secret. It ain't just about proximity and predominantly white institutions and all that. You want to know why? Becky put up with all that bullshit. She put up with the other hoes. She put up with the sluts and all that because she played a long game. Becky plays the long game. So, like Tim Duncan, when he retired, his wife, like, basically, he part of Read the Rainbow and he this, that, and the third. Becky played the long game. Becky playing for pensions. Becky playing for millions. Becky playing for properties. You know what I'm saying? They know how to just be accepting and they know how to finesse their way in. They always available. You know what I'm saying? They there to help. Keisha is who she is. So when they get with Keisha, that's just who she is. The attitude, they there for the short term. They there for selfishness. They'll take a bag. They'll take a bag. They'll take a Van Cleef bracelet. They'll take some jewelry. That's all they get out the deal. They can't even fake it long enough till they make it. They always want to be difficult and cause a problem. They don't want to create peace. They want to create chaos. Becky gonna create peace from the beginning and chaos at the end when she ready to get up out of there. That's the difference. Keisha can't fake it long enough. She can't wait 18, 15, 20 years when the kid's grown and when he retired and finesse. They can't do it. And if they make it that long, that means they wife material and they gonna stick around. How many Beckys you see on TikTok? Go check before they shut it down in a few days. Go check how many Beckys, old washed up middle-aged Beckys that talking about they divorced their husband. Go look. They think they about to get back out in the game and get anything remotely close to what they had. Nada, not. Dudes just going around using them as sex fetish. And look at Kim Kardashian. I seen on Dennis Sperling Instagram page, shout out to the Blizzard King. She talking about she done ran through the $500 million Kanye gave her in her divorce, and she want more in child support. Do y'all understand how women spend money? This is why you can't win with most women. That's why I always say, man, when you with a woman, get you a woman that want to make some money. They got some ideas. That want to invest in properties and businesses that bring money in. Because all money women do is waste money. No matter if the divorce was $1 billion, in 5 more years, that $1 billion would have been gone. She ran through $500 million. The nigga live across the street. How? How do you run through $500 million? They ain't been divorced 5 years, have they? I know not 10. That's when women say we got our own money. Do y'all understand how the average woman, manage her books? Because at the end of the day, it's always a bailout. At the end of the day, they can always hit the blade and make some money and just, make some money. That's how they feel. So they say, well, women make more money than men. Just because you make more don't mean you got more. I always tell y'all about y'all overhead. A lot of people, your overhead is here. This is where you can live at. But this is where you should be living at to be comfortable, to give you some room for comforter. This is where most men live at. Really, most men live here. When they buy themselves, they might have a couch, they might have a bean bag, and they might have a TV that's sitting on a crate, PS5 that's sitting on another crate or whatever. They might have an ear bed, they might invest into a bed. And I always tell dudes, one of the most expensive things that you should have in your house is your bed. That's one of the most expensive things that be in your house, not your TV. If anything more expensive than your bed, it should be to your recovery period. A lot of times your bed determines how you gonna wake up in the morning and how you gonna feel. So if you're talking about leg massagers, getting a sauna, all those things, then yeah. But most men live below their means. A lot of men can live here, right? But a lot of dudes live here. They add a woman to their house, and you think the income go all the way up here. It should. And let's say the income did go up there. But you gotta train women not how to live here, but we here. But also women have to get you to understand, nigga, we ain't gotta live here no more. That's their job. We ain't gotta live here no more, nigga. We really can live here. And that's fine. But as long as if your overhead is here, and most women living like they overhead is here, most women living above that. The average woman is above that. They spending more than they making. Real talk. The average woman is above they overhead. So when they talk about I don't want to go 50-50 and we got our own money, y'all niggas have no idea. They gotta work all this overtime. They killing themselves. They gonna start their life expectancy rate is gonna be lower than men. I've been saying that for a couple years now. I've been saying that. Men are gonna start living longer. Mark my words. Because men know, hey man, I can live right here and be fucking comfortable. And I make enough to live up here for what? So when you add a woman to your life, make sure that's why you get a younger woman or a woman that understands the value of your dollar. So if the pandemic do happen, guess what? I'm here. Over here. I ain't gonna hurt me none. Ain't gonna hurt me none. I'm good. But most women don't understand that concept because they always get bailed out by mommy, daddy, selling the box. That's just what it is. And believe it or not, a lot of them Uber drivers and them Lyft drivers that drive, they be selling coochie while they be driving. Real talk. Why do you think a lot of them Uber, them Lyft and them Uber and them Uber passengers and Lyft passengers, they be getting at them, male and females. That's a fact. But like I said before, Drake, I've been peep Drake. Came in the game glorifying tricking. And you gotta be a sick individual to be in Hollywood and be tricking. You gotta be a sick individual to be in the industry and knocking up a porn star. He done so many goofy shit. You gotta be a sick individual to start a rap beef with Meek Mill because Nicki Minaj chose him. He been weak, bro. And I been peeped him. Any dudes telling dudes to trick. And think about it, dudes with status, dudes, that's part of dudes going around in Hellcat and borrowing jewelry and, getting the glasses and getting the jewelry, even if it's fake or they borrowing it. You know what I'm saying? Part of it is to get the women to give them the box, and they don't pay for them. They don't, dudes that look like they got it, they don't get charged for it. Women don't charge them for ass. Why you think they be like, yeah, my baby daddy tricked me. I thought he had money. He ain't had no money. Of course. They be trying to hit a lick. That's why you got status. That's why it's the status. You ain't gotta pay for these. When you got status, you ain't gotta pay for women. So Drake going around and Rick Ross and them tricking. I knew it wouldn't work, but I just like to give. Not all, and we gotta remember they about damn near 40, both them niggas. And most of their demographic is, younger. So now, the culture has influenced younger guys to trick. But look at King Trick Drake. Telling on people running. That's why, man, when Blueface said I don't respect my crippin', he said, I do my dirt on my lonely. I ain't gotta worry about a nigga telling. He said, I do my dirt on my lonely. I ain't got. Yeah, rapping Forte. I don't trust no one, only trust myself. Or I would have been a victim like everyone else. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. These dudes can't take their L, man. They go out throwing everybody under the bus. Since they got caught, everybody get caught. You would think your homeboy solid, but only time will reveal how solid they really is. Only time will reveal. What Pac say? Who can you trust? Only time will reveal. Oh yeah, LeBron be cheating on his wife and all this type of stuff. It's just like, bro. You just think about this situation. Nobody told him to go knock on Kendrick Lamar's door. He wanted to prove that he was real hip hop. But you couldn't have been a real rapper because you don't write your raps. You lost to Pusha T. You beat Meek Mill based off you fought him. You got in a battle with him because Nicki Minaj chose him over you. So I just be looking at dudes, man, like when you it's like when you dealing with women and niggas say, well, you gotta pay attention to the signs. That's difficult when you looking at ass and titties and a pretty face. But with dudes, man, you'll see your parents be seeing the sign. A lot of them niggas ain't solid. A lot of niggas ain't solid, bro. My cousin was with his best friend through childhood, and the police pulled them over, and the police came to the window. And he threw the drugs in my cousin's lap. This is his best friend, childhood best friend. So any given time, these single men, especially, man, you gotta start vetting your friends. These single mother raised niggas, man, that's one of the dangerous things about it. They got bitch tendencies. They got bitch tendencies. You gotta understand that. I'm not about to throw because I got caught. Michael Park say Drake, Brian knew Drake had dirt on him. He should have just sat it out. Sat what out? He went to the Kendrick Lamar he went to the Kendrick Lamar concert. Nigga going around telling those people because he lost a rap battle. That's what I'll be looking at. Niggas, the culture is so trash and goofy. Detroit hasn't paid the Eagles. Man, y'all niggas barely beat the Packers with 2 receivers. Man, not the Eagles in here gloating off that weak ass victory. Nigga, the Packers didn't even score a touchdown. They barely scored a touchdown in the first game we played them. That's because of the personal foul call. So they barely scored a touchdown versus the first game. And that was at Lambeau. And we had 20-something fucking starters missing and still scored 31 points on them. That'd be crazy to me. Like, Eagles, like, come on, man. That wasn't no performance that you toot your horn about. Let me go pick up a book like AJ Green did. Yeah, I got the AJ whatever Brown did. I got the Bills over the Ravens next week. I don't rock with LeBron, but I don't rock with snitching on dude. Yeah, man, I don't rock with that, bro. If I was there, if I had knowledge of it, man, I'm not rocking with none of that. So that shit be true. My girl sister be too freely. That's why, man, like I said before, dude, I didn't know, like, people's, homegirls that be cheating on their boyfriend, man. I stayed out of it. Stayed out of it. I don't know the agreement that they got. This is why you won't, like, really see me hanging with dudes like that. Like, nah. Niggas be looking for something wrong with niggas and shit, man. That's why if you move on, like, if you gonna really have it your way, even if you gonna just, deal with a couple women, whatever, man, just deal with it your way. Oh my God, I thought he caught that. Just deal with it your way. Most of these dudes ain't good wingmen, no way. When I was single, I used to go to the Brahma all the time and talk to women on my own. Fuck, I need another nigga there for what? That's my thing. Fuck, I need another nigga there for. I'm telling you, man. Like, I've been seeing the evolution of dudes, man. How dudes really are. I know dudes that have homeboys that they won't even bring their girlfriends around. So if I can't bring my bitch around you, like, bro, why are we hanging out? I just look at it from a realist standpoint of view. Real talk. If I can't bring you around my bitch, okay, why would I trust you around my mama, my kids, my dog, my sister? Like, nah. A lot of the men been compromised. So when they start talking about the social dynamic in the United States, it's terrible, bro. A lot of this liberal leftist shit, man, and told us out the frame. Masculinity, low testosterone, men ain't men no more. And you think dudes not having a code or dudes not being solid, that ain't got nothing to do with it? It got a lot to do with it. It got a lot to do with it. And it's sad, man, because I just feel as men, it's certain lines that you shouldn't cross. And if you cross the lines, you gotta understand, me beating your ass, it ain't an emotional reaction. It's just part of the code. It's part of the game. But most of the time, I just separate, bro. A lot of niggas don't show you who they is. They gonna tell you who you is. You think it's gonna be a joke. You think they playing. Like when you was younger, like when y'all was in high school or teenagers or y'all was in college, and when the hoes came around, niggas started cracking jokes and started, acting different. That let you know how foo-foo a nigga is. King E, salute. Shout out to Honorable. He said Drake is breaking the code. That's no man. Yeah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Even my homeboys is cheating on his wife. I ain't justifying it. I'm like, man, that ain't even right, bro. Don't go get married. That's the first thing I tell that nigga. Like, why'd you get married? Like, you gotta understand, some niggas that get married, yeah, I'm about to pop the question to Tiffany. Like, dude, you ain't no marriage material. Be real with these ones. Like, I ain't even no marriage material. And most women, I say this, and I really believe this. I got this whole Ring doorbell. I ain't even put it in yet. Been too lazy to put it in. That's when I put my foot on. My whole thing is this. There's more. Did he make this kick? Yep. There's more husband material out there than wife material. I stand on that. There's more men that's more husband material. Most women don't want to be a wife. How many women we seen niggas make stay-at-home wives and they still complain? Most women ain't equipped to be. If I had to get a true percentage of women that really want to be wives, it ain't a high percentage. That really want to be wives and really play the role, they don't. They just want somebody to take care of them so they ain't got to work. That's it. That's not a wife. You know, niggas going overseas getting wives that's doing 1,000. That's the thing about it. They think it's a black or white or Filipino or orange thing, whatever they want to call it, yellow thing. Uh-uh. You know, they can find wives over there that's doing the little shit. They ain't stressing them. They rubbing these niggas down. They letting these dudes have peace. They getting home cooked meals. You know, they ain't got to touch a dish. They getting their feet massaged, head massage. She waiting on him hand and foot. He get ass when he want it. If he want to run a red light, he can. He can get the anal. He can get everything. Niggas like, oh man. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I go back to this shit? Bentley salute. So it's his pet hamster, AK. You don't get married if you like sex. And at the end, that's a great point. But it's the who you get married to. Let's keep it real. It's who you get married to. Let's be real. It's who you get married to. If you get married to a woman that like to have a lot of sex, that's fine. But you got to understand, every dude sex drive ain't high. Especially in the West with they food poisoning niggas and shit. Every dude sex drive ain't high. That's a motherfucking fact. So some dudes is okay with just, having sex here and there. As you get older, sex don't become a priority no, and nobody talk about that. Even if you and your girl, y'all ain't got no kids, sex don't become the priority. I didn't talk to a few women, you know what I'm saying, and both of these particular chicks was in their 30s, mid 30s, and they was talking about the intimacy is more important than the sex at this point. Things started to change. When you start talking about the intimacy, you talking about maybe kissing, the rubbing, the touching, you know what I'm saying, laying up. And that's part of the game too. Women want to be, stimulated on all levels. When you start talking about sex is a small part of it. When you talking about intimacy, emotionally, a companion, like dealing with women, they ask a lot. If men ask for half the things women ask for in this country, dude, we will be fastly headed for we'll be faster than we are headed for extinction. Our birth rate is like 1% lower than where, or 1 point lower than what it has to be to sustain this population right now. I think we should be at 2.6 or 2.7. We at 1.6 birth rate. So think about what I just said for a minute. Like, if men were as meticulous as women were in America about what they wanted, dude, it'd be a wrap. Would nobody be having sex? Would nobody be trying to get with women? Women want everything in a relationship and don't want to get nothing, give half or nothing back. But unless she really like you, and if a woman really like you, she gonna go out her way for you. They will go out their way for you, and unfortunately, those women get with the dudes who take advantage of them, or they get deemed or labeled dinky. And don't be that guy when you got a woman like that, bro. If you don't really like her, don't waste her time. Let her go. That'll be what I say. I'd be like, let her go. Don't waste her time, man. Keep that, do right by her. The woman that'll do anything and everything for you, you keep that woman around. You sick, she here, she there at the drop of a dime. You get older, you get for finding out sex is overrated, bro. It very much well is, and people, oh, it is, because there's so many other factors. It's so many other factors that come into play when you start talking about when these niggas had kids with women. When you start talking about her, her caring about her laying structure for the kids or teaching the kids or all that. What she stand for. You know what I mean? Women I didn't talk to and they kids be in the next room. I'm in the with the door open. I'm in the room handling business, dog. Like a lot of niggas really don't understand that. Nasty work. Cheat on Savannah. Why? He's a man. He's a select man. He ain't gonna just be with one woman, bro. You had all the money in the world. You gonna sleep with one woman? Hell no. Nah. And women who that's what them like. That's what them women understand in the industry. They understand it. I'm about to just pipe you down, and I got all the pussy that I can have in the world. And that's what they tell dudes, the kind of women that get experience themselves. But the crazy thing about it is sometimes you experience too much and you can't unsee it and you get addicted. Dwight Howard got turned out to that lifestyle. Well, listen to him talk about it. He was a devout Christian, went to Christian high school. So you can get exposed too fast, and a lot of young women in our community get exposed to sex too fast. They're very promiscuous. They get exposed too fast. And when they get sexually blessed in and they get exposed too fast, it really ain't no coming back. They damage goods. They can never be wives. And that don't necessarily mean, get a train ran them or they could just be a relationship with an older guy. A lot of them older dudes that be dealing with women 15, 14, 16, 17, and 18, they damage them women. They damage them. LeBron like that dude. Treatment zesty queen. Trill City Food. He said he was mad hurt that Rihanna didn't choose him. I mean, shit, none of the women choosing him. You gotta think about it, bro. These women like to choose like gangsters, hood niggas. That's who they like to choose. Nicki Minaj married a straight up pedophile. If I'm Drake, bro, what do I care? Her taste in women is her taste in men are trash. Look at Gorilla. I can't find a man. I wonder why. I'm like them women like that. That's in the industry like that. They basically porn stars you don't want to sleep with them. Joy Taylor showed you that. Eric Salute. He said I just ran up on your video. See you and Carcino are both live talking about the same subject. Yeah, shout out to Carcino. Shout out to Drizzy too. My thing is like I just don't do that, bro. Never have, never will. I don't condone it neither. If my homie was cheating on his wife, I'd be like, man, I tell him in a personal manner, like, man, ain't smart. And I had a homie that's getting married and he was cheating on his wife, I would tell him, man, like, no, you ain't marriage material. If she gonna leave, leave. If she gonna leave, leave. So you can tell your homie nothing about a girl you interested these days. Yeah. Yup. Homies are homegirls now, from what I'm seeing. But niggas always been snakes over women. Niggas have always accepted that they homeboys can snake them for hoes. That really ain't supposed to break up a relationship. It used not to be. I done had niggas, oh man, you still fuck with her? Let me get her number. And like, you be looking like, nigga, out of all the bitches out here, that's just what it is. Ooh, Baker just threw a dime. It's tied. Hey, Mike Evans low key cooking Marshawn tonight. Says Drake is reading Rainbow. His wife already know he messed around. He didn't tell her. His wife, yeah, I mean, she know. Remember that girl from Housewives was running her mouth. Rumor is Nike do a lot of covering up for Brian. Collected who was Charles Lewis was F. Savannah. I'm in Orlando. That was the rumor. That was the rumor. I just brought that up. LeBron is a select dude. What you mean? LeBron can have any girl, damn near any girl he want to. And she was sleeping with Rashard Lewis. I mean, it is what it is. My whole thing is, you can't be out here doing your thing and expect these women not to. A lot of these NBA players and these ball player wives, man, these niggas ain't the smart. These ain't the most players niggas in the world, bro. They goofies. All athletes, look at Zion, bro. Who he knocking up and DMing? These niggas is goofies. They goofies. That's a fact. They goofies when they don't know how to talk to women. What do you think about the UK black 18-year-old girl getting kicked? What she get locked up into Dubai for? Enlighten me. I don't know nothing about that. But I know that white UK dude got locked up in Dubai a couple years ago for that CBD pen. I don't blame everyone for you cheating. It ain't blaming everyone. As a man, mind your fucking business. You don't snitch on no other man about what he doing. That's Bible. Ain't none of your business. Women don't do that. And what's so funny about it, women won't even have a conversation with their friends. Girl, you know you wrong. You know they're justified. Women justify what they do. They sit there and, oh, he did this to you and he ain't did nothing to you. Oh, he cheated on you and he ain't do nothing to you. Men ain't cheat. Men that sit there like, dog, Tyrone, you bullshitting. Don't do it. I don't know why you doing that. She a good woman. Why you doing that, Tyrone? We hold each other accountable, and as you should. Come on now, like Mr. James, but he paid the cost. He and do what the F he went. That's what and she lives like a queen. Yeah. And that's what come with 704 Joe. That's what come with them type of dudes. That's what come with them type of dudes. You don't get exclusivity. When them dudes be bosses and all that, man, a lot of them dudes in that entertainment world in that tax bracket, they gotta get married to stay where they at. It's really a prerequisite so they can control you. So if you get out of line, they can just use your family to destroy you. This is why bachelors don't really move up in the country move up in companies in the industry fast. This is why they don't move up in the industry fast, bachelors. They want something to be able to control you, but if they can't control you with your wife or your children, they can't control you. Think about Jeff Bezos and Diddy. Why do you think Diddy didn't flee? Ask yourself that. Why do you think Diddy didn't flee? He got them twins and his kids here. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, he got his kids, twins. He got twins. He got a whole family now. For you to really move into that billionaire status, you can't be a bachelor. It's an unspoken rule for real, especially being black. You can't be a bachelor. You cannot be a bachelor. You got to have something to lose. And hold on real quick. If you ain't got nothing to lose, they won't let you promote and move the way you move. Unless you part of the Reading Rainbow community. Most of these coaches, the dude that coached for Texas got a black wife. Steve Sarkisian, dark-skinned wife. Marcus Freeman, that coach in that shit, had a white wife. I don't know about Ryan Day and Penn State, James Franklin, but a lot of them, man, them niggas, you gotta have wives. You gotta have wives. Or you gotta be truly exceptional not to be married. Antonio Pierce got fired, he had a wife. Bachelors are very dangerous in the industry. They make sure they get some dirt on them because you don't have nothing to control them by. They want you to have a family. So if you get out of line, we can control you. And I'm gonna end it. If you got any questions, I answer them. I'm gonna end it off here. It's time. A lot of people need to understand. It's time to lead this country. I would agree with it's about time for people to lead this country. What they doing to us with the food, the liberal laws. It's about time, man. A lot of these brothers getting their passports and they getting remote skill sets and they living abroad. You know, they living abroad. And as a lot of these brothers should, you know, go enjoy the world where they respect masculinity and you go to other countries as a black man and they worship the ground that you walk on. So there are like UK 18-year-old who had. Oh yeah, I seen that story. I talked about that on Free Game 89 last year. Yeah, yeah. She was Indian. Yeah, the mom. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what happened on this story. I remember the story. I did a video on it on Free Game 89. So basically, two UK teens they met up in Dubai. Like one was black, and we assumed that the other lady was white at the time, the girl. And he was like 18, she was 17, and apparently she was Indian. Now that we found out, and they had consensual sex. So apparently the mama went through the phone, found out they had consensual sex, and by like Dubai law, she wasn't 18 technically, and even though she'd have been 18 in a little bit, so by Dubai law, he broke the law by having sex with an underage girl, and it was like a few months apart, but that's still a law. So the mama, I think they left Dubai, and then the mama found out and called the authorities why they was on Christmas break or some type of break, and called the authorities on him, so they locked him up. So, yeah, yeah. Apparently, he's only getting 1 year, but he could have got 20. That's crazy. 1 year, 1 year, and they was a few months apart. And she got mad, and that's another thing. He was like African descent too. And well, we're not surprised in the UK, and that's what I be telling you. That's why the dangers of interracial dating, dog. I done heard about a few stories where dudes will be sleeping with. I remember this particular story I heard. This wasn't my story. Somebody told me this that I knew. I don't remember which one. Somebody told me that I knew that they had this white girl in the car in Detroit, and they basically ran a train on her in the back seat of a truck or whatever. And the parents found out and made the girl say that they took it, and that wasn't the case. So that's why a lot of people just choose to stay away from interracial dating because the parents will find out. I mean, it's somebody I know on YouTube who had a similar situation, which I'm not gonna say that. With one of they peoples, and they had to pay a lot of money for the. I knew somebody in my family saying, "Way I pay a lot of money, sweep it up under the rug." You got to understand when women get in trouble, they gonna even they say, "Dad and Mom, he was consensual. I like him." They gonna like, "Nope, say this, or we gonna cut you off." And that's one of the reasons why just knowing that's one of the reasons you just don't interracially date. They already believe women over us, or you shouldn't interracial. They already believe women over us. So you start throwing Indian, white in there, you pretty much setting yourself up for failure. All she got to do is get mad and say you did something, and you're gonna pay the tax 3 or 4 times. So that's the dangerous thing about sleeping outside your race is that especially as a black man, they gonna take their word over yours. All she got to do is get mad. All she got to say is you did this, you did that. All she got to say is her parents got to say, we gonna cut you off. If you don't say we say do, they get mad. He said the mom was slick. She waited till her daughter left Dubai. Yup. The boy still was in Dubai. She reported because her daughter could have gotten in trouble too because they are Muslim. Yup. Because the daughter couldn't got in trouble. So like I said before, it's just to the point where this is why they tell people don't interracially date. You know, oh, he took advantage of me. You met her at the bar. He took advantage. That's all she got to say. That's all she got to say. So that's one of the reasons I don't mess with it, bro. Could a black woman say that? Absolutely. But is it as likely? No. No. But it is what it is. It is what it is, man, and it's sad. The mom wouldn't have reported that if they was in Saudi. Nope, Saudi prince. And my thing is, he still was there. So she knew what she was doing. So, I mean, he learned a lesson. That year in that jail gonna be tough. He can never mentally be the same. That's different than American prison. But, if they was of age, that wouldn't have been a problem. They didn't been lenient on some of those charges. But like I said, these are stories you gotta share with your sons. And a lot of times, believe it or not, women are initiating this. This is why you gotta establish this conversation and men gotta establish discipline. Sometimes, niggas be fiending to get some ass so bad that you ignore the red flags. But if it don't look right, if it don't look right or feel right, keep your dick in your pants at all ages. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. A lot of dudes are stuck in relationships because they was held hostage by a crazy bitch right now. They scared to leave. All women gotta say is he hit me. Most dudes, why men just don't leave relationships? They don't leave because women be lying. He beat me. He took it from me. You done had wives saying their husband, grape soda them. You like, what? How do your husband do that? That's why dudes ain't getting married no more. They going abroad. So it's dangerous out here, man. It's very dangerous. You can't trust the bros no more. Never could trust the hoes no more. It's that song by Outkast, Jezebel. These Oreos hollering they got graped. They got graped. I say graped. They've been rapping about this a long time. They are saying that the mom is a racist because even the daughter asked the police to look into her mom's ex. We knew what it was when we heard the thing. Look, best believe me, man. Once you move into a neighborhood, a non-urban neighborhood, you're not surprised. You see it. One thing I could tell you is they don't have no manners. They don't say, excuse me, these ninjas don't wash their hands in the bathroom. Most of them don't have no manners. They rude. You know what I'm saying? They give you a funny type of look. You already know what it is. So that don't surprise me. That don't surprise me at all. That's what it was always about. And unfortunately, it's sad that it's sad. Excuse me. It's sad, but yup. Yup. It's a lot of racism. And what's so funny is a lot of women that's racist, they still sleep with black dudes. They still sleep with them. That's where the real true racism it come from. That's where it come from. They curiosity. So that's why you actually, to be honest, man, you gotta have your conversation with your kids. The daughter might be cool, but the family might be racist. You know what I'm saying? That might be what it is. And they pushing so much interracial stuff. I see Indian people, they stick together all the time. All the time. They work out in packs. They do things in packs. A lot of times the Asians, they more treacherous than white people, man, from my experiences. They more treacherous than white people. So when you going out there, it's like, man, you don't want to deal with them, bro. You do not really want to deal with these different nationalities out here, man. You gotta deal with the family, the parents, and then you gotta think you get kids involved and they racist and they don't really love the kids like that. Think about, you a black man, you create a black baby with a white or Asian or Indian people, and you know and they got to go around her family, and kids can feel the negativity. How can they not grow up effed up? Rudy Gobert went through that. I read his story on the Players Tribune, and he said that his mom was ostracized by her family because she slept with his dad, who was black. Yep. Baker and Jay Davis both got 100 yards at the half. But yep, that messed him up. You think he can be a truly balanced individual with half your genetics hating you and the other half loving you? Like, hell no. Hell no. How can you be balanced? How can you be whole? This is why a lot of them mulatto kids struggle with their identity. And then if you start looking, and I'm about to end it, but if you start looking into some inside some of these communities, like they got black Mexicans that, they shun. The Afro Ricans, they shun them. They don't claim them. Even in India, I did a video on the Free Game 89 channel about an Indian woman talking about colorism in India. And a lot of Indians that live by me, they darker than me. Some of them be acting funny, and some of them will speak to you and have a full-blown conversation with you. So I can really see why somebody would prefer to live in the hood. I definitely would see why. To be honest, it's a lot of upside living in the hood. And that might sound crazy to some people. It's a lot of upside living in the hood. You ain't got to worry about your kids, experiencing that type of racism or dealing with another woman or dealing with other ethnic women and getting caught up like that. To like it or not, a lot of the people are more mannerable in the hood. Most of the families, they like-minded and raising their kids the same way. So it's a lot of pros in the suburbs too. It's a lot safer, cleaner. But when you start talking about human interactions and manners and not having to mix as much cultural differences and all that type of stuff, living, if you could find an upscale black suburb, which is going to be very expensive, it's pretty much probably where you want to go at. That's probably where you want to go. But that's all I had to say, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.